Hi, today we're unboxing the latest Lyrical Booster 4 featuring Halloween theme. Alright, so this is the fourth main Lyrical Monastery booster, and this time around we have 3 new right lines over here. Right, 3 new right lines. Upgrade for 2 of the previous right line using the dress up mechanics. And also finally we come with 2 encounter units, Pacifica and the Prism units. Alright, let's start unboxing. Right, so this time around we have a few rarities. So for parallel we have what they call the MSP, the Mermaid Special, which are SP with mermaid wordings, LSR, the lyrical rare, secret rare, FFR and FR. Right, and if you have noticed, there's a lot of triple R type, there's 16 types for this set alone, and 19 types of double R, and also the over double rare. Right, so we have a lot of reprints for the over trigger. Right, so on the cover we have the 3 new right lines, featuring the 3 new right lines, and I'm actually pretty surprised that they didn't use the encounter unit like Pacifica or Prism in like half the packs, right, to boost the nostalgia factor. Alright, so this set actually have a price increase, right, mainly due to the increase in material costs. So the packs will be slightly more expensive. Right, and here we go, as usual. And this time around, if you noticed, we have seen a lot of pumpkins, right? All the Halloween themes in the back, right? So actually I pretty like the idea of having like a theme in every booster. So the previous set we have the what was that, the Easter, right? This time we have Halloween. Alright, 2 rares. And also we have random supports for the older right line, like this is for Patriarcha, the Highlander deck, and this for Willy Star. Right, so they didn't forget the older right lines, and do give them at least 1 to 2 support cards. Right, so this is part of the new right line. Right, we start off with a triple R featuring one of the new right line. So this is Fenil. Right, so this is a unit that make full use of playing orders. So if you have played like 3 or more orders during that turn, you can play 3 orders during your turn, and the ability activates according to the amount of order you play per turn, which is pretty unique. Right, and we have the first encounter card. We have Pacifica. Right, she's finally back, the main unit from the very first Bermuda Triangle set, and came with a FR. So this is a support for the friend deck for Tia. And also we have new triggers, so there's like 1 of each to help new players to start out. But 1 of each will mean that you have to play a rainbow trigger lineup. For players that do not like it, you can actually search for the older common cards, or actually purchase the Lyrical Trial deck. Right, so Trick and Treat, which is a unique card for Fenrir. So there's 2 different art, and each of them you can put, and total you can put up to 16 copy in your deck. And here we go, this is the over trigger reprint. I'm actually pretty surprised that they decide to just reprint the art instead of having a new one. And since this is a little devil art, so it's suitable for the Halloween. Right, that may be one of the reasons why it's chosen for this set. Since we have like 6 or 7 different OT art for them to choose. Alright, and we have the next encounter unit from Prism Promise, Letia. So for those that remember, you actually have 3 of them and you can put into one full picture. Right, and there's actually the one of the mermaid special with full art and also mermaid wordings, which looks very, very beautiful. And as for trigger, since from the experience from the V series, right, even though they are common cards, it's something that you will never have enough, you never get enough of them, so it's best to, like, you know, keep spares. Right, red double R, order card, counter plus 1 during this turn, all your rear guard get power plus 5k. Right, maybe simple, but with the it's like a pseudo over trigger, which I think is pretty suitable for Kyrie deck. Right, and we have this generic triple R. Right, so when it enters onto the rear guard circle other than by card effect, and you play a normal unit during this normal order distance, so plus 1, look at top 5, call unit with grade equals or lesser than your vanguard, and if it's a normal unit or normal order, you can add it to hand. So when this unit attack a grade 3 and above, and this unit entered this turn, counter plus 1, draw 1, and this unit get power plus 10k. Very generic, and you can actually, since this Lyrical Monasterio, there's a lot of units that actually bounce it back to hand and you can call it back again. Right, it's very, very generic, very useful in almost any other decks. Right, this is a support for the powerful. Alright, so just nice, the Lyrical Booster will be releasing at the final stage for the Deluxe, WGP Deluxe. So we may get to see a lot of Lyrical Monasterio going to the finals. Right, even though like some of the countries already ended their 4 seasons of Deluxe. So whichever countries are left, right, we will most probably see lots of Lyrical Monasterio. Right, so it's best for players to study a bit what to expect from different matchup from the Lyrical. Right, since they have like very wide play style. Even though it's one nation, but they all have different play style. So it's definitely something that it's good to study. At least you can get prepared for weird matchup. So this is the upgraded version of Armenia for the powerful deck. So if you have 3 or more face down card in your damage zone, all the auto ability of your units with powerful in the front row get minus counter plus 1, the auto effect. And if you have Persona right during this turn, you can counter plus to use the ability instead. So after this unit attacking battle, if there's 0 soul, put 1 card of Herminia in name into drop, discard it, and stand all powerful rear guard in your front row. Right. So finally, powerful have multi attacks with almost no cost. Double R. This is a support for Pacifica. We have a FR. This is a rare, I believe. So it's a medial support. And last pack. Alright, so that's from our first box. Let's take a look at the higher rarity. I'll put the triggers aside. Alright, so for triple R, we managed to open 4 of them with 3 units from the right line and 1 generic grade 2 support. Next, currently we have like confirm of 1 over trigger per box, right? So if I were to open like 12 boxes, I have 12 copies of this. It is a lot. And just thinking that a month ago, actually complaining that I ran out of OT. Next, we have 6 double R. And 2 FR. Alright, let's go for the last box. Hopefully get to open something of high rarity in this box. Alright, we start off with the generic grade 3 strike support for Lyrical Monasterio. Right, this is very suitable to be used in the Kyrie deck. So players playing Kyrie, you can actually take note of this specific dragon. I believe she's the first full dragon inside Lyrical Monasterio. We do have like Dragonoid, but for full dragon, I believe she's the first one. She's a forest dragon, right? Which means she was from the Stoichia side, I believe. Since Lyrical Monasterio includes students from like every other nation. FR. I believe this was a support for Sienna, the girl with the paper bag on the head. This one. Right, so we have a new support for Hazelit, the rabbit from the previous new right lines. Right, so this is the other art. Right, 2 different art with the same name effect, just that for some reason they have different card number. Right, normally for this kind of units with the same name, different art, they will be considered like the same serial number, but for some reason this is treated as 2 different cards. Right, not sure what's the reason behind it. Alright, so this is actually one of the last main booster this year for the Japanese version. The next one will be a triple drive booster, I believe. It's a pack full of reprint cards. And previously they have announced that the 2 new right line for Dragon Empire and Keto Sanctuary. Right, one will be from the Youthquake manga, and the other one will be a totally new right line. Alright, so we have Killed, another unit that came back from the older series from Prism Promise. Right, with this, all 6 nations will have encounter units. But one of the biggest, I would say, disappointment about this specific encounter units would be the right line. Right, for some unknown reason, right, the right lines for both Pacifica and Prism Promise, they are not from the encounter units. They are actually new units, which is very different from the previous encounters. Right, mainly we have like the whole right line continuous encounter units from the old series, but for some reason they actually have new units for this specific 2 right lines. I actually have like the encounter units like beautifully displayed inside my binder, and this actually makes it a bit very weird inside my binder this time around, because we only have like 2 units for Pacifica and 3 units for Prism Promise, which have the encounter border. Right, so we have the new Sentinel, and right, now Triple R. Last pack, and we'll take a look at the result from my 12 boxes. Right now, double R. Right, just for information, we do have some boxes with like 5 what's that called, the Triple R, and not all boxes come with Sentinel. Right, for some reason they actually print like 1 OT per box when you only need 1 in your deck, but they only print like 1 in every 2 box for the Sentinel, where you need 4 copies. Right, so for double R we have like 6 of them here. Triple R, 4 of them, and FR, 2 of them. And in addition, let's take a look at the higher rarities that we managed to open for 12 boxes. The first one that came out was the support for Kyrie, the grade 2, FFR. Next, we have the new right line Sienna. Right, after testing, this is one of the most irritating deck to play against. Alright, so even if you cannot win, right, you most probably make your opponent so tired that they can't focus on their next game. And last but not least, we managed to open 1 LSR featuring the new the Witch Shalmot. This is another interesting unit that allows you to have like 4 attacks, and they're all huge, right? So the sister will actually gain the power according to the main Vanguard. So if your Vanguard is 33k, they will become 33k. Right, it's a very, very interesting deck. Alright, so thank you very much. This will be the unboxing for Lyrical Monasterio Booster 4. So next month we will have 2 Strike Deck set. And in December we have the Triple Drive Booster. Alright, and hopefully we get the news for the new trial deck items in January, which should be the new season. And February will be the first set of booster for the new season. Alright, so thank you very much and see you again.